Hi, welcome to the first ever Sunday Moments with Fran. I hope you are well and you've had a good day so far. So if you've been watching these videos for a little while, if you're really observant, you would have heard this beeping sound in the background. And if you listen really carefully, you'll hear it. There you go, in a couple of seconds, and it'll come again very soon. That is my my smoke alarm telling me the battery is running low and it's not working as efficiently as it should do. It has been beeping for about 6 months, to be honest with you. It's really bad. However, that's the point of today's teaching about not ignoring warnings, because what's been happening is that it's been beeping for so long that in fact I am not concerned when I hear it. I'm always more concerned when I don't hear it, because it's become part and parcel of the background noise in my house. Did you hear it again? Sometimes I sit where I'm sat today and I'm having a coaching call, and in fact it was my own coach who said to me, "Fran, what is that noise?" And I'm like, "What noise?" He's like, "That beeping." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's my smoke alarm." And he's like, "How can you live with that?" And I laughed off because, like I said, I've had it beeping for so long, I don't even really hear it. However, last week when my friend popped round, we were talking about what the noise was, and it kind of really convicted me to actually do something about it. So delighted to say that this evening I have the fire service coming to change my smoke alarms. They provide that service because it's not working, so we need to replace it. But it got me thinking about the principle of us hearing warning signs, seeing warning signs, and we don't do anything about it. When it first started beeping, probably back in May, I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is that noise?" And it was actually driving me a little bit crazy because I didn't know what it was initially. And then when I did know what it was, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I will make sure I do something about it." But life happens, things happen, you get busy, you prioritize. And so in the background, there's a warning, but you fail to heed the warning because you get too busy, or you don't see it as a really big warning. And I just want to encourage you, warning signs are there for a reason. Some people call them red flags. Some people call them just that knowing that something isn't quite right, and it's important that we heed it. This could be in all areas and facets of our lives. It could be to do with our health. It could be to do with our finances, relationships, friendships, work situations, within our spiritual walk, the churches that we go to. In various areas we can have warning signs, and it's important that we listen to them and we act accordingly. I don't think I've shared in full detail. I was really unwell about 10 years ago. And the warning signs that started for me was to do with my eyesight. I'd started seeing double vision and was really struggling. And although I did something eventually, I didn't do something at the beginning. I failed to heed the warning sign that something wasn't quite right and carried on as normal to the point where I was in hospital, like undergoing a whole set of tests and procedures as they tried to figure out what they thought, thank God it wasn't, was a suspected brain tumour that was impacting on my brain and pushing onto the back of my eyes. So there was a warning sign. Sometimes we can have what we think is a great friend or relationship, and there are little things that are said or done that are warning signs. One of the things I know when I was younger is that my parents always wanted to meet our friends, me and my brother, who are your friends, because they're more experienced in life. They can see things that perhaps we couldn't see as children, and there are people who God will put in your life to remind you, to highlight things to you. I even recall a situation at my work when I used to work for the council. I had such a fantastic manager, and we'd already spoken about the fact that I was ready for some career progression, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. And I was telling her about a particular organisation based up in Manchester that I was thinking about applying to work with, and as she began to ask me questions, it highlighted some red flags. It highlighted some things I needed to consider and be aware of that were warning signs. And you know, everything kind of fell through. But I'm grateful that I had someone outside of me to remind me of things to consider. So I thought, because today I'm getting the smoke alarms changed, and I wanted you to hear that beeping noise, I thought it would be a great point of encouragement, really, that as you journey through different seasons of your life, as you journey through different phases, if there's something that comes up as a warning, as a red flag, as a bit of a check in whatever capacity, do something about it whilst you still can. It's a warning sign for a reason. We don't want to wait till things are too late before you think, oh man, I wish I'd have acted. You know, like, I'm so glad they're coming today. Not just because the beeping will stop, but actually, fundamentally, I want my household to be safe. You know, heaven forbid there was a fire. So everything is there for a reason. So that was your random Sunday moment for maybe forever. Who knows if I'll do it again. But I hope it's encouraged somebody. If you've got any thoughts or any stories you want to share, or any examples where this has happened in your life, feel free to leave a comment and let's continue the discussion. But God bless you and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care.